the 25-year-old father, 24-year-old mother, and the 1-year-old sister of those 3 children that lost their lives. They're being treated at the hospital.
All right, let's switch gears and bring in Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Big day at the White House yesterday. We had a Central New York company there. In fact, we had Greg Owens, the CEO and co-founder of Sherrill Manufacturing, on about a half hour ago. He was certainly excited that they were back for a second consecutive year, and that's got to be a good feeling for you as well.
Yeah, very exciting to have them there, and they are just such a great American manufacturing story. Revitalizing the old Oneida brand and making it Liberty tabletop and bringing American workers back into the plant that was once Oneida Limited. It's just amazing. It just highlights, and we're so glad the president recognizes that, America's greatest asset is its workers. And Greg Owens and Matt Roberts, who run Sherrill Manufacturing, are just perfect examples of what we need to do to bring this country forward and to bring our economy back.
Yeah. Does it excite you to see an event like that take place at the White House?
Oh, yeah. It's amazing that the president is showcasing these people in such a great way. I mean, we walked around the White House, and I think there were companies represented from all 50 states. And it was really interesting. So many of the brands and the products that you would see walking around, you're like, oh, wow, that is made in America. It just revitalizes and reminds us how great our entrepreneurship is, our innovation, and the products and services that we create for the world. And something, even smaller items that you never think about in the manufacturing production phase are made here, and how important it is to bring them back. And we have so many Americans looking for jobs now, and now that we have so many jobs because of the tax cuts, we're seeing more and more opportunities. So it's been terrific for the American worker to have so many opportunities to go in and have many, many jobs that have been, we've lost so many jobs and people in upstate New York, that to have this opportunity really is special. And kudos go out to the White House and the president for really standing up and advocating aggressively for the American worker.
A lot of us feel like the country's starting to get back on track. How do you think that relates to how folks are doing here in New York State, though?
I think that New York State is actually benefiting. We have seen the results from the tax cuts, which, the other side continues to decry, but it's hard to fight against the reality that Americans, 95% of the people in my district, are actually getting a pay cut. And they're seeing improvement. We're seeing the economy growing. We're going to see over 4% will probably be announced in the GDP on Thursday, and the numbers continue to boom. And even in New York State, we're seeing a growth and seeing things happening. I've toured businesses throughout New York's 22nd district, and every business I've been to, whether it was a small auto repair shop or a pizza shop or a big manufacturing company or medium-sized manufacturing company, every single one of them was crediting the tax cuts and the ability to give raises and to give bonuses and to reinvest in their companies and in anticipation of greater sales. And so it's been a really exciting time. And even in upstate New York, where we haven't seen a lot of downturn and inability to seem to get out of the malaise because of the policies in Albany, the tax and spend and cronyism of the governor and Sheldon Silver and even my opponent, supporting these billions of dollars in money being handed out to private industries and private companies in hopes that they would grow jobs, and they don't. And this is why it's so amazing that you just give the money back to all the taxpayers, and they innovate, and they create jobs, and they grow the economy. That's the way it's supposed to be done.
I do apologize.
So it's really exciting to see that happen.
Yeah, I do apologize. I know we're both pressed for time this morning, but we appreciate you joining us. We got to get you back on when we can spend a little more time and possibly a couple of segments. So hopefully we can do that in the coming days. Have a great day.
Thank you. Great day for Sherrill Manufacturing.
Yep, absolutely. Congresswoman Claudia Tenney, thanks for joining us. It's 8:52. News Radio 570 WSYR. Quick check on traffic and weather together. Here's Kathy Denman.
From the Price Chopper Traffic Center, Euclid Avenue between